About 4 weeks ago, I lost my father to suicide. And today I just kind of wanted to talk about what that's like and kind of give advice to anyone who has lost a parent or loved one to anything, but primarily suicide. So when everything happened and I found out, it was really rough. It was a really difficult time. I didn't know how to process everything, and it hits you. It hits you in waves, which a lot of people tell you, where it kind of doesn't feel real for a second, and then it does feel real, and those emotions are really strong. And that's really hard to navigate. It's really difficult to navigate uh, the loss of your parents. I mean, you always know that like one day your parents are gonna die, and to appreciate them while they're there. But to lose them to suicide, and at the age I did, hurts a lot, and it's very difficult to process. It kind of feels like something's being taken away from you. Something that you should have, it is being taken, and that's really difficult. Um, so I just kind of wanted to come in on like what on what helped me. So my dad took his life, and then he was brought to the ICU, the ICU, sorry. He was brought to the ICU, intensive care unit, and kind of just stayed alive for a couple days, but like was um, brain dead from lack of oxygen being in his brain, from how he killed himself. So there was a couple days where my dad was alive, but I knew really he was dead. So that was really difficult. Seeing my dad like that. Um, but what I think having those couple days for helped me with was kind of to help process it. I had a couple days to be like, he's not dead, but I know he will be, and I kind of have the time to figure out how I'm gonna deal with it. And uh, yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. The first thing that I had to do was accept it. I had to accept that this is just what has happened, and there's no point in being um in trying to deny that, or find any other reasoning in it. That's what has happened, and not in like a nihilistic way of like, oh, nothing matters. More in the sense of, okay, that's the situation. I It is so far out of my control. I need to move forward from that, and that helped a lot. Just kind of recognizing like, oh, this is just that's what happened, and it sucks. It's brutal, but that's what it is. What happened was my dad took his life, and now he's no longer alive. So I think recognizing that for what it is very helpful. Another thing is actually something I heard recently through a Markiplier interview. Markiplier YouTuber. I feel like I don't need to explain him. But his dad died when he was 18, so same age that I was when I lost my dad. And the thing he said is, by the time you are 18 years old, you'll have spent 90% of the time you've spent with your parents in your entire life. Mortifying for most people, terrifying thought. But for me, that gave me that gave me comfort, knowing that I have spent 90% of the time with my dad that I would have in my whole life. I got 90% of, what I would have had. So that really helped me personally, and I hope anyone going through that also benefits from hearing that. I think that really helped. My third thing I'm going to mention is healthy coping mechanisms. There's a lot of people, when they go through um, they go through something traumatic, is they take the bad coping mechanisms, the bed rotting and the indulging in things that are bad for them, like drugs and alcohol and things of that sort. Um, I really tried to avoid that. I tried to stay busy to avoid the bed rotting as much as like I normally do, I guess. I bed rot a lot, even when I'm not sad. I'm a bit lazy, which I need to work on. But yeah, that my I stayed busy, and I put that energy and that sadness into things I cared about. I started writing music again. I kind of took many months break from making music, and then I got back into it to kind of harness all of the feelings I had, and that was healthy. That kind of helped me, get through all the thoughts that were kind of in my head, but were stuck in my head. And that's kind of going to go to a new thing, is just write how you're feeling. You have so much going through your head at a time like that, and and it's good to get it out. It's not, circling in your own head, tormenting you. Once you can just get it out, and it's there, and it doesn't leave completely, but having it out and written down, or talked about, really gets you there. Uh, helps you deal with it. My next point of advice is to have good people around you. Look for the good people around you, and know who those people are that are going to support you and help you through things. I'm in college right now, so I had to take the week off from my dad's suicide to go down, because my family lives like 5 hours away from where I study. So I had to go down, be there for when the hospital was, and then be there for when we actually pulled the life support from him. Yeah, the thing with college is I messaged my one friend, a very good friend of mine. I just messaged him like, hey, here's the situation. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to tell everyone around me. So, if you can just tell like the people who it may concern. So like the people I had group projects with and stuff. Which was really helpful. I have a lot of good friends and family, and my girlfriend, especially, who reached out and helped me a lot through everything. So that was really helpful. Um, yeah, I think you really need people when you're going through something to that degree. I don't think I would have managed well struggling on my own, and I'm really glad I didn't let myself do that, and I was okay enough, even though it was hard sometimes to tell people about that, and there's still people in my life that have no clue that my dad just killed himself, and I haven't told them. So that's difficult, but having at least a couple people that you're like, okay, I can just tell this to it, uh and let it out to them, that really helped. It helped me kind of communicate a lot of what I was feeling, and process things better, and that was really important. That was maybe the most important thing I could have done for myself during my coping. Yeah, so that's about all I have to say. Thank you for watching. If you, whoever is, probably will make less sad videos. This is just gonna kind of be my channel to talk about things. So, yeah.